Oh, I haven't noticed you before. Excuse me, could you repeat? Oh, you want to know what tolerance is? Well, to explain that, I have to start with some philosophy. Thomas Hobbes was a British philosopher who lived across the 16th and 17th centuries. In his most famous work, Leviathan, he stated that in the dark times of prehistory, humans were incessantly fighting each other, for none was smart nor strong enough to gain a long-lasting advantage over other men. Hence people pledged their loyalty to various sovereigns, handing over their independence in exchange for freedom, which is recognized in Hobbes' theory as being able to do whatever one wants to. Letting a form of government gather vast amounts of power is, in the thinker's opinion, a paradoxical, yet the only way of gaining this freedom. Well, what was said about freedom could also be said about tolerance. Men give away their freedom of action and expression of their views in the name of acceptance of other religions, cultures, outlooks, and so on. This is the reason why it's so important to be tolerant, because if we don't, we destroy civilization and return to the age of quartz stone. In present geopolitical circumstances, a group which one can relate to when speaking about tolerance are refugees coming from Syria. They are often tolerated on account of ISIS terrorists who are said to be hidden among the masses of people flooding into Europe. Since their attacks are very violent, they scare people, and people in fear cease thinking. If you devote even little thought to that matter, you'll easily see that there's one terrorist in at least 10,000 immigrants sinking on your refuge, which doesn't give anyone any rights to refuse to take them in. Second big group held by intolerance nowadays are the members of LGBT environments, whose number is increasing on a steady basis. Most of the society are, as you surely know, still heterosexual, and despite many of them being very tolerant, some still aren't. However, they don't hold any rational arguments against homosexuals, for stating that being homosexual is immoral only because it doesn't occur in nature was proven to be wrong by 16th century Scottish philosopher David Hume, who understood that there is no logical connection between what is and what should be. A very good and recent example of intolerance of homosexuals is Alan Turing, a British mathematician who helped win the World War II by leading the scientific team decrypting the Enigma. Later on, having been discovered to be homosexual, he was condemned to hormonal therapy, during which he killed himself. His life, work, his success and death are depicted by the film The Imitation Game, made in 2014, in which Benedict Cumberbatch plays the role of Alan Turing. In conclusion, I would like to openly express my approval of tolerance. I consider it to be crucial to the survival of human civilization, for if we plunge ourselves into anarchy and religion wars, there will be nothing left to live on. As the aforementioned Thomas Hobbes put it, Homo homini lupus est, which is Latin for a man is like warmth to other men. The aphorism was later paraphrased by Polish thinker Stefan Kisielewski, who wrote, Homo homini hominus est, replacing the wolf with a man. He substantiated this replacement still stating that wolves don't build atomic bombs, and remember, this is unfortunately true. I hope you understood what tolerance is so far.